All right, everybody, welcome back to the channel. I am Mr. Sound Off, sounding off here. This is the Sound Off podcast here. Thanks, guys, for coming back, viewing the videos. Make sure you're liking, subscribing, hit the notification bell as well to get notified for future videos as they come out. Hopefully, you guys have also got a chance to check out the other videos I've put out for this weekend's games, all the picks with the betting lines, over-unders, covering who's covering the spread, who's not, those kind of things there for the weekend's games, as well as my power rankings for this divisional round of the playoffs. Now, if you guys saw my video from last week, my picks ended up being pretty poor for sure. My homer picks, my besties, you know, my teams did not make it. Obviously, a horrible collapse by my Packers / great game by the Bears, you know, as far as their comeback, so got to give it to them. You know, Aaron Rodgers was not able to do it against that Texans team. I don't know if any team is going to be able to do it against that Texans team throughout these playoffs. Their defense is looking phenomenal. Just as I've been talking about all year long with them, their defense is fantastic. But that means that I do have to do some new picks for my playoff bracket. Obviously, my bracket is busted, right? So without further ado, this is going to be my playoff bracket video for the NFL playoffs, and starting here with this divisional round. Going forward here, we have the Broncos at the Bills at the Broncos as your first game there. I have the Bills actually winning that game. Now, if you guys saw the video from before, again, I have all my picks for these games. So if you really want to go a little bit more in depth on all the picks themselves and the points and all those kind of things there, go and check out that other video as well. But this one here is going to kind of more along the lines of just showing the bracket itself, who's going to move along, who's going to get to the next rounds, those kind of things there, along with who's going to be your Super Bowl champions, okay? So I have the Bills winning that game, moving on to the next round. Also in the AFC, I have the Texans versus the Patriots. The Texans on the road as well, going to New England. I have the Texans with that fantastic defense winning that game. So the next round, conference championship round, will be the Bills versus the Texans for that guy there to see who goes to the Super Bowl. And in the NFC, we have the Bears visiting the Seahawks. Playing up there in Seattle is no joke itself. That defense for Seattle is fantastic. They have the bye. They have some rest. You know, so I'm going to go ahead and go with the Seahawks in that game. And then the next one is Rams versus the 49ers. Devastating to see Kittle go down. I'm a big fan of Kittle. I also like Purdy as well, but Stafford's been having an NFL MVP season. Devontae Adams came back a couple weeks ago. He's looking good again. Defense, I think Rams defense is better than that 49ers defense, even though solid as well. But I think Rams are going to outdo the 49ers in that game. So in the NFC, you're going to have Seahawks versus the Rams. All right, and that game will be up in Seattle. And so we get to that conference championship. Again, it's Rams at Seahawks and Bills at the Texans. And I believe that in the NFC, the Rams are going to go ahead and slay that dragon of the Seahawks. I think as a matter of Stafford versus Darnold really on there, even though the Seahawks do have the better defense, I think the Rams defense is very good as well. It's, you know, it's good enough to have the Rams go ahead and win that game and advance to the Super Bowl for the NFC. In the AFC, we've been talking about that defense all year long with the Texans. Josh Allen's defense that's his weakest defense he's had during his entire NFL career, I believe, is this season. Doesn't really have the receivers as well. Has a very good running game. Maybe also actually the best running game he's ever had, possibly in his career. But I don't think it's going to be enough versus that Texans defense, right? Even though the Texans offense doesn't score a ton of points, you know, I think that the defense will keep them in that game and will score enough against the Bills defense to have the Texans advance. in that game there. So that means, guys, that we have a Rams versus Texans Super Bowl this year in Santa Clara. Maybe I'll have to drive down the road here and go to it. It's not exactly just down the road, but here in California, go back to Santa Cruz for the weekend or something like that, and do a quick little drive up to Santa Clara for that Super Bowl. Maybe I can see if the tickets aren't 20 grand or something like that, right? But we have Rams versus the Texans. What you'll also see is, because the Rams, obviously another California team from LA. I mean, when the 49ers go down to LA, they bring with them a ton of 49ers fans, right? It's close enough. I think you'll see a bunch more Rams fans there in the stands versus the Texans for this game. The difference there on this one, Super Bowl-wise, in this game, Matthew Stafford versus C.J. Stroud for me. All right. Even though that Texans defense, again, is phenomenal, I don't think that offense has been scoring enough points consistently throughout this entire year. Their running game is really not a big factor for the Texans as well, so they're not going to be able to keep Stafford off the field by running the ball a ton. I think the Rams defense is good enough, and then that two-headed monster of Puka Nacua and Devontae Adams on offense, along with the Rams running game. I mean, they have 3 deep on tight ends. I think the Rams offense has too much stuff going for it. McVay's a genius as far as offensive coordinators as well goes. So I think give him a couple of weeks to try and diagnose what the Texans do on defense, and they're going to be able to score enough points for the LA Rams to be your NFL Super Bowl champion. Right? I know I have some buddies that are going to be super excited, happy about that I picked the Rams. I know I have a lot more friends that are not going to be excited that I picked the Rams to beat the 49ers, obviously. But like I said, I don't really kind of have a dog in this fight anymore with my Packers and my boy Aaron Rodgers being out. I think that's my path there to Super Bowl, and who the champion is going to be is the LA Rams. Tell me what you guys think, though. Leave me some comments. What do you think about each individual one of those picks, about my Super Bowl champion, about my videos. Let me know how the videos are going. Drop me a line there. Make sure, again, if you haven't already, that you are liking and subscribing to the channel. Hit the notification bell as well. And if you haven't already, also go check out those other videos with the betting lines for this weekend's games and my power rankings going forward here in the divisional round. All right, guys, I am Mr. Sound Off, sounding off. Have a great weekend. Bye, everyone.